darkness and light. Throughout life, people hold varying beliefs about existence and what follows after death. Some think they will be reborn as humans in another realm, or even live in a mystical underworld. Others believe men will continue as men, women as women, and animals, like cows or buffaloes, will reincarnate as the same species. On the other hand, some dismiss the idea of an afterlife entirely, insisting that death is the end. Such differing views on life and death reflect the diversity of human thought. King Pasenadi, a contemporary of the Buddha, once questioned him, "Blessed One, do Brahmins reincarnate as Brahmins again, or can they be reborn into the Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra classes?" The Buddha replied, "Great King, it does not work that way. Know this, there are 4 types of people. What are these 4? There are those who move from darkness to darkness, from darkness to light, from light to darkness, and from light to light." Samyutta Nikaya 321. This profound teaching reflects the diverse paths individuals take in life, which ultimately to one of these 4 categories. This 1. From darkness to darkness. Some are born into hardship and ignorance, far from the Dharma or any virtuous influences. They may grow up in environments devoid of morality, trapped in poverty and surrounded by negativity. Instead of seeking improvement, these individuals adopt unethical behaviors, harbor hatred, and live selfishly. They may disdain others' virtues, mock spiritual practices, or harm living beings without remorse. Such people create endless suffering for themselves and others, perpetuating cycles of negativity. Their lives, marked by physical and spiritual poverty, lack compassion and wisdom. Sadly, they remain engulfed in darkness in this life and beyond. From darkness to light. Some begin life in less fortunate circumstances, born into families with no connection to spiritual teachings, living in remote, impoverished areas. Despite these challenges, they encounter transformative experiences, perhaps through meeting a wise teacher, discovering the Dharma, or forming positive relationships. With determination, they change their lives by adopting virtuous practices, following ethical precepts, cultivating compassion, and embracing generosity. They rise above their initial struggles, walking toward light and hope. Such individuals exemplify the power of resilience and inner transformation. 3. From light to darkness. Others are born into favorable conditions, affluent families, moral surroundings, or physically and mentally sound circumstances. However, instead of building upon these blessings, they squander them. They rebel against the ethical traditions of their ancestors, prioritize material indulgence, or harm others for personal gain. Some may once have connected with the Dharma, taking refuge in the 3 jewels and observing precepts, but they become distracted, abandoning their spiritual path. Whether through negligence or deliberate choices, they drift from the light into darkness, losing the opportunity to nurture their inner growth.
As the 4.
From light to light. The most fortunate are those born into favorable circumstances and continue to walk the path of light. They are raised in moral and spiritual environments, taught compassion and wisdom from a young age. Instead of taking their blessings for granted, they actively uphold their family's virtuous traditions, cultivate their spiritual practice, and inspire others. These individuals use their advantages, whether physical health, wealth, or knowledge, to benefit others. They engage in good deeds, avoid harmful actions, and embrace a life of mindfulness and generosity. By continuing to walk the path of light, they ensure a legacy of positivity for future generations. Which path are we walking? Reflecting on the Buddha's teaching, we must ask ourselves, are we moving from light to light, fostering our virtues and deepening our compassion? Or are we drifting from light to darkness, neglecting the blessings we have? Perhaps we are emerging from darkness, striving toward the light through our efforts and dedication. Or are we trapped in darkness, perpetuating negative cycles without seeking change? The answer lies in our choices and actions. We may not control the circumstances of our birth, our family, culture, or initial environment, but we have full agency over our path forward. Each of us can choose to move toward the light. The highest and lowest paths. Among the 4 types of people, the Buddha highlighted 2 extremes, the highest and the lowest. The highest path is that of those born in darkness who strive toward the light. Despite adversity, they embrace personal growth, seek wisdom, and transform their lives. Such individuals embody the Buddhist teaching that no one is bound by their circumstances. Everyone can rise above them through effort and understanding. The lowest path is that of those born in light who descend into darkness. They squander their blessings, disregard ethical principles, and lose sight of the greater good. By neglecting the opportunity to cultivate virtue, they forfeit the wealth of their karma and spiral into suffering. Born empowering change. The Buddha emphasized that while we cannot choose our birth, we can shape our destiny. Born into hardship, we can strive for improvement. Born into privilege, we can use our blessings for good. To move toward the light, we must cultivate mindfulness, ethical living, and compassion. Embracing the Dharma allows us to develop clarity and purpose, overcoming challenges and avoiding the traps of ignorance and self-indulgence. To walk the path of light, we must reflect deeply, recognize our tendencies and evaluate our choices, embrace the Dharma, learn from spiritual teachings and apply them in daily life. Cultivate virtues, practice generosity, kindness and mindfulness. Educate the next generation. Guide children and communities toward moral and spiritual growth. True progress lies in our ability to transform challenges into opportunities for growth. By choosing light over darkness, we honor our potential and contribute to a more compassionate world. Let us continually reflect, which path are we on today, and where will our choices lead us tomorrow?
Thanks for watching. If you find this video meaningful, please share it with others. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great content.